Philomena Gazayas. I'm in the age bracket of the low 50s, and I'm full-time employed in the financial business world. So go ahead with the questions.
All right. Do you use Facebook, MSN, Twitter, or any other social networks?
I use Facebook, texting, and emailing.
All right. How many times a day and for how long do you communicate with friends, family, and through work all over these social networks?
In a business day, I use the email network about 6 hours, and on a daily basis for personal use, texting and emailing, I'd say about 45 minutes and about 10 times a day.
All right. Does talking to family and friends through these social networks affect your relationship with them?
Yes, it does, and it affects it in a positive way, whereas I'm able to communicate with friends and relatives in parts of the world that I would not be able to other than actually visiting them. And it has helped maintain the relationships and to stay in touch.
All right. How many times a day and for how long do you communicate face to face with family and friends?
For how long? On a daily basis? Hard to tell. At the home life, it's when I'm not working. And with friends and relatives face to face, I would say about 3-4 times for maybe tops an hour a day.
All right. Do you think you pay more attention when talking to someone face to face rather than over internet and social networks?
I do pay more attention when I'm communicating face to face. However, when I'm utilizing the social network systems, I pay extra attention because what I'm communicating will become permanent, and also if I don't pay attention to what I am saying or typing in the virtual world, it could be misunderstood. So my total attention is required to do that.
All right. Do you prefer to interact with people through the virtual world or Facebook, and why?
Between the virtual world and Facebook, or
Yeah. Do you prefer to interact with people in virtual worlds or face to face,
face to face?
and why?
Because if I say something that was misunderstood, I can correct it immediately because I'd be able to read their body language and their response to what I'm saying. Whereas in the virtual world, I don't have that opportunity.
All right. And which mode of communication would you say is easier?
Oh, face to face. But in the virtual world, for me, what I use texting.
All right. Would you prefer to take a university course online or in the classroom?
I would prefer to take it in the classroom, as I would be able to take in information not only visually but also audio, and I have the opportunity to ask the professor to clarify something I misunderstood, which in the virtual world I would not have that opportunity.
All right. And lastly, what would you do if these virtual networks were taken away? And would you be able to adapt?
What would I do? I'd be very upset. Would I be able to adapt? I would be forced to adapt, but I would try every possible way to get it back because it has opened doors for me communicating with people I wouldn't otherwise on a more regular basis, and stay in touch with people, friends and relatives in frequencies that I wouldn't otherwise.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.